In this lesson, we're going through the song That's Who I Praise by Brandon Lake. So the intro and the first verse is going to sound something like this. Wanna dance like David, wanna faith like Paul, wanna sing like Silas tearing down the prison walls, wanna face that fire, won't burn me though. God's got my back, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the capo here on the first fret. We're playing chords in the key of D. So for this song, it's in the key of E flat. So the easiest way for us to get there, and I think probably the best sounding way without tuning the guitar down a half step and then playing chords in the key of E, would be to play capo 1 and play these chords in the key of D. So the chords we need that D chord, we need the A chord, we need the B minor chord, and we need the G chord, and then we need the D over F sharp chord once on the, or a couple of times on the bridge. So you can do it this way, or if you wanted to just go back to that D formation and then just wrap your thumb around that low E string, you can do it that way. I'll probably do it this way in the lesson. So those are the chords that we need for this song. So like I said, we're using chords in the key of D. We can't get to the key of E flat using those easy chords in the key of G. The C, the G, the D, the E minor. There's really no way to get to the key of E flat using those chords. But you'll see on this lesson, I've got the chords and the lyrics up on the screen. They're going to be obviously in the key of D because that's what I'm doing the lesson in today. But I also created a separate chord chart with the lyrics and the chords in the key of G. So like that G chord, the C chord, D, E minor. I created a separate chord chart with those chords on my Patreon page. So if you need either chord chart in the key of D or the key of G, I'll have that on my Patreon page, which I'll link in the video description down below, just as a resource for you if you need to print them, make some strum pattern notes on them, print them, put them into a PDF, put them on your iPad. So just know that that's available for you. So for this lesson, let's go over, it's a more of an up-tempo song, as you can hear, as you can tell. So I'm going to walk you through two different strum patterns. One strum pattern is probably more challenging than the other one, but I definitely want to get you playing and get you playing along with the recording and learning this song because it's a great song. So the strum pattern that we are going to use, the more advanced one, so bear with me, it's going to be down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So there's a lot going on there. You'll see on the screen, I've got the two of the D's there. They've got a little bit of an underline. You're not going to be doing full down strums on those. It's more of just like a pause, just hitting some of the strings. So let me just kind of play through that on this D chord. So don't be super intimidated yet. I'm going to show you a more simple strum pattern, which is going to sound something like this. So as you can see with my arm here, my strumming hand, like there's not a whole lot of like crazy movement. A lot of it I'm doing with my, just kind of my wrists, and I'm really kind of keeping, if you watch, I'm keeping my wrist pretty like within this part of the guitar, all on the strums. I'm not doing these big crazy strums. I'm keeping it all nice and compact. So if we were gonna do that intro chord progression with the first strum pattern, or with the easier strum pattern, it would sound like this. Wanna dance like David, wanna faith like Paul, wanna sing like Silas tearing down the prison walls, wanna face that fire, won't burn me though, God's got my back, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. So that's gonna be, you know, your simple pattern, and once you get flowing and once you get going, you're gonna probably accidentally add in a couple of those additional down strums on that more challenging strum pattern that I talked about earlier. So that would be your first verse, the pre-chorus. I wanna walk like Moses, right through the waves. One day I'll see that promised land, no longer slaves. Though the fear is talking, no, it can't take out my faith. Getting into chorus 1, and I'm gonna praise, I'm gonna praise the mountain moving body, raising breaker of chains. Gonna praise the heaven seated, undefeated, highest of names. That's who I praise. Hey, that's who I praise. That's who I praise. Verse 2. Wanna gift like Mary, wanna break my vase, wanna sleep like Daniel, even in a lion's cage. I'm gonna get that promise, just like Jericho. Yeah, no one will make it fall. I'm gonna praise. So that kind of flows through chorus 1, verse 2, pre-chorus 2, all with that simple strum pattern. So let me just kind of go back. We'll cover that first half of the song with the more advanced strum pattern. And for this song, it's awesome. There's a lot of amazing lyrics, but it's kind of hard to sing through, strum through, teach through all at the same time. So for this second time through with that more advanced drum pattern, I'm just going to be playing and maybe kind of humming through some of the parts. That way I can kind of focus on the strumming and you can hear and see the strumming also. All right, so the intro into all the way through pre-chorus 2. So intro. Verse 1 here. I wanna dance like David. Pre-chorus. I wanna walk like Moses. The fear is talking, my faith. Chorus, and I'm gonna praise. Gonna praise. Heaven seated, undefeated, highest of men. That's who I praise. I praise, that's who I praise. Verse 2. Gift like Mary, lion's cage. I'm gonna get that promise. So maybe on that, pre-chorus 2, you just drop down to some down strums. I'm gonna get that promise, just like Jericho. And then build it back up into the chorus 2. And one thing I'll kind of go through in the chorus 2 here, that first line of the chorus, I'm gonna praise, praise the mountain. Na, 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 na. You can just kind of follow the hits on those drums there. I'm gonna praise the mountain, moving body, raising breaker. I'm gonna praise, I praise the heavens, seated, undefeated, highest of men. That's who I praise. I praise the God who's proven He can do impossible things. That's who I praise. That's who I praise. That's who I praise. He is the Lion of Judah. He is the Lamb who was slain. The only one who's worthy, worthy, worthy of all of His names. Yeah, that's who I praise. He is the risen Messiah. He is the Ancient of Days. One who's worthy, worthy, worthy of all of His names. That's who I praise. I'm gonna praise. So that goes back into the chorus 2. So for that bridge, maybe just kind of drop it down the first time through. Do some down strums. He is the Lion of Judah. He is the Lamb that was slain. The only one who's worthy, worthy, worthy of all of His names. Yeah, that's who I praise. Pick it up. He is the risen Messiah. He is the Ancient of Days. One who's worthy, worthy, worthy of all of His names. That's who I praise. I'm gonna praise. I'm gonna praise. I praise the mountain, body raising rain. So that'll go back into chorus 2. Which we're kind of getting to the end of the song here, so keep hanging in there. There's a chorus 2 tag, which is a little bit different. So we're coming out of chorus 2. That's who I praise. Praise. That's who I praise. That's who I praise. The tag here. That's who I praise. That's who I praise. I wanna love like Jesus. So that goes right into the verse 3. In verse 3, we're just doing down strums. I wanna love like Jesus, that kind of grace. I wanna live like I've got no more precious time to waste. I'm gonna give Him glory with all my thanks, 'cause there's no greater, stronger, higher name, and that's who I praise. So it just kind of ends with no chords. I mean, if you wanted to end it with a D chord, you definitely could. But that's the song. So again, a lot of moving parts here. The strumming can be challenging. You may need to rewind this video, kind of go through those individual parts, print off the chord charts, download the chord charts, put some arrows for strumming, and all that stuff. So hopefully this helps you and gives you a good base and good foundation to build on. And leave a comment if you have questions or you're confused. And yeah, if not, I'll see y'all in the next one.